Welcome everybody to G2E Asia 2025. I'm here at the Aristocrat booth with none other than Lloyd Robson. And Lloyd, first of all, day one of G2E Asia. How's the show looking?
Yeah, hey Ben, great to be here and always enjoy our interviews. Yeah, day one G2E's been jam-packed. You know, the program since 10 a.m. opening. I haven't had a chance to have lunch yet, so we've had a full calendar so far and it goes right through to 5 p.m. today. So far so good.
And tell us a bit about this week on the booth. I think you've got quite a few new products showing and quite a few obviously designed for the Asian region. What's sort of the heroes this week?
Well, beyond kind of honing or singling something out, we've got 28 different game themes on the stand. We have globally 16 studios that build content, 9 for Asia, and we actually have 6 of the studios here this week engaging with customers and showing off products. So, I mean, it's a bit of an extension of what we spoke about last year around a focus on Asia and an all-in approach. So, yeah, it's a very broad portfolio that actually spans a lot of new links, some brand extensions, but also an increased investment in the SAPs, the standalone progressives as well, just in a space that we think has further opportunity in Asia.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, obviously we always talk about links over here, but with the standalones, I mean, are they starting to gain some traction that you're seeing?
Look, I think no doubt about the Asia marketplace is predominantly a link market, but we are seeing pockets of opportunity for SAP as well as standalone products. So we've got Dragon Cash on the stand here along with 7 other SAPs for the Asian market. And we have the most iconic brand probably in the globe in terms of Buffalo that we've brought to Asia in a very different form to make sure it's fit and tuned for the market. But that's a standalone product that we think's got great runway both in mass and high limit.
Lloyd, you mentioned the role of the studios, said you've got 6 studios represented here on the stand this week. Can you talk a bit about how you integrate those studios into the Aristocrat product and the role they've played in really building this Asian portfolio?
Yeah, well, a few years ago we spoke about a commitment from our global business on Asia. Asia was identified as a high growth region, and that was really around investment in people, product and infrastructure. But specific to product, you know, we really had to sell the opportunity of the Asia marketplace, and with that came studios that really wanted to get on board the growth opportunity that's Asia. I mean, we know the Asian region is expanding in terms of multiple new resorts around the region, so every dollar that we do spend on a game for Asia does have a multiplier effect because it has a replacement opportunity as well as playing a role in new properties moving forward. So actually it was not that too difficult to get so many studios that really wanted to be a part of Asia. And as I said, there's 6 of them here this week, not just to demonstrate their product, but really to focus on what's next.
And in terms of course, we're here in Macau this week, in terms of products that are sort of attuned specifically for this Macau market, what are we looking at here this week?
Yeah, well, I mean, Dragon Link is obviously the phenomenon that's largely the best performing game right across the region. Now, we've brought two games to that family to take it to game 6 and 7, Genghis Khan and Peace and Long Life. So we're really excited to see that hit floors towards the end of this year. The game behind me at Tianxi Jinlong is something that we've got high hopes for in terms of a product, again, that has got specifications for both the mass floor as well as the high limit. And we think it's a product that can find a little bit of a niche and something a little bit different, because we are also trying to create games that drive incremental business for operator and not just move from A to B. I mean, another game over there in the background is Coin Trio. That's another studio that's come up with a very different concept that doesn't exist in the market today. So we think it's a nice balance of extending on proven stuff, but also introducing a few different concepts to the market.
There's obviously been a lot of commentary too on the Macau market, and it's been sort of stable this year without any large growth. We've just come out of Golden Week, which is looking very good. What's your read on the state of the Macau market at the moment?
I would say a lot of the analysts are covering, flat marginal growth at an aggregate GGR level. But I mean, if you take slots now are larger than 2019. I mean, selfishly from our point of view, that's the business that we're in. And talking to all, most of the operators in the last 24 hours to get a read on Golden Week, there's a lot of positivity right across the segments from all operators. So I think that's probably going to surprise a lot of the analyst community, given what had been written in the lead up. And yeah, we're really positive on the outlook too.
And when you talk about that growth in the slot segment, do you sort of attribute that to, is there a changing player demographic that you're seeing here in Macau?
I think it's a combination of more games built for the market. You know, again, we got 28 games here and they're all tuned for here, which is a very different situation than where we've been in the past, and maybe a lot of other suppliers where, you know, some can be guilty of picking up games from a global studio and putting them here and hoping for the best. So we've really tuned games for the market. So I think the additional focus on content for Macau. But the other interesting point is we've spoken in the past about the technical standards and the need for operators to become compliant in the new world. That's fine, but in conjunction with that, a new game and investment is an increased energy from operator in terms of the electronic gaming segment. I mean, if you've walked some of the floors this week, you'll see a lot of really different executions around, particularly Dragon Link, around how operators are bringing that game to life. So they're actually now going beyond investing in new product, they're actually now investing in new experiences. And, you know, we've also beefed up a lot in our marketing and analytics department to help operators partner with us around how we do some different experiences.
Sure. Well, just finally, Lloyd, I mean, what can we expect from Aristocrat throughout the rest of 2025 heading into 2026?
Well, there's growth expectations on the business as there always is. So we are very excited by, I mean, we just touched on Macau, but there's still a lot of runway out in Philippines, you know, as the largest slot market in Asia. Singapore as well. I mean, one thing we didn't cover was our Marzec Slim cabinet. That's a different form factor that is really about optimizing real estate and return on square feet. So that's something we're talking around the rest of the region. So we've got high hopes beyond just obviously the three key markets being Philippines, Macau, Singapore. We're seeing some great green shoots coming through Cambodia, Vietnam, as well as Korea. So I think 2025 looks quite prosperous from an electronic gaming point of view, and bring on 26.
Good luck for the rest of the year.
Thanks, Ben.